This is the dumbest intro to the dumbest YouTube channel ever. The fact that you're still watching makes me think that you're insane. But thank you anyway.
What is up, guys? It's Dman number 5, and I have some huge news for you guys. So here's what's going on. Wonder Woman 1984 is set to be released on HBO Max and in theaters on December 25th this year. So if you want to see it in theaters and have it feel normal again, you can go see it in theaters on December 25th. Or if you want to feel safe at home, and if you have HBO Max, you can watch it on HBO Max. Now, I don't know what they'll be doing, but I think they are releasing in theaters first, and then maybe an hour or 2 hours, or maybe I don't know, even maybe before December 25th ends, they'll release on HBO Max, like an hour before it ends. Next thing, the Snyder Cut released the Justice League Snyder Cut was just released a new trailer. Sorry, there's a lot of background noise. I have my window open. Again, it's hot in here. The Snyder Cut Justice League released a new trailer, and I'll be doing a reaction to that. I should have done it already when it was released, but I've been busy with a lot of other stuff, which I'll be getting to because it's also some news update for my channel. Next thing is oh yeah, I forgot to mention. Justice League, the Snyder Cut, is to be released in 2021. They didn't give us a proper date, which I am a bit sad about, but it's okay. Also, we have a bunch of more Mandalorian episodes coming out. Sorry that I haven't done them, but this will also, I guess, will be a recap of what's been happening. Alright, so I already did episode 1, which is basically, I call it the return of Boba Fett. Spoiler alerts. For episode 2, basically it's an alien ripoff, but a good alien ripoff, basically. Mando takes this, I was gonna say a lizard person, I don't know what they're called, but it's a mother, she's holding eggs. Baby Yoda eats her eggs, some of them, really fucked up. I don't know why he does it, we'll find out later. Anyways, they land on an ice planet where they're shot down by rebel pilots who are played by Dave Filoni, who's one of the directors on this series, and another big director. I can't remember his name. One more thing. Sorry. So they land on this ice planet where, again, Baby Yoda, where they find this patch of eggs, and also the Razor Crest has been shot down. It's very badly it's in critical condition, sorry. And so they're stuck there, and Baby Yoda eats one of these mysterious eggs, and a bunch of, basically, I call them face huggers because that's what they look like, and you can technically get a lot of alien vibes from this. If you've ever seen Aliens, or even Alien 3, or Alien vs. Predator. And then, basically, they think that they're going to be killed when they're stuck inside the Razor Crest because they're all over the place. And there's a giant one, which is also kind of like the giant alien from, again, the Alien movies. And then the new rebel fighters come in and save them. And so Mando flies off to, I believe it's called Mount Kala, where he brings this woman, or this lizard woman, to reunite with her husband. And then the father says, oh yeah, go to this bar and you'll find someone who knows about these Mandalorians. At this point, it's like, dude, why do you trust anyone in a bar? It's like, yeah, you can meet some weird people in a bar, but some of them you might not trust. And also, he meets this guy who knows other things about Mandalorians, and he says he'll take them to him, but after he says that, he laughs, which also, if you ever get advice from people and they giggle or maniacally laugh, never take their advice. Another thing is that, and also, so Baby Yoda and Mando are being transported on basically like a cruiser or something, on the water. It's pretty cool if you've never seen something like that before. And then the guy who's taking Mando to meet these Mandalorians kicks Baby Yoda into the water where Baby Yoda's pot or something gets eaten, but he closes the hatch before like the thing eats him. And at that point, you're like, holy shit. And then Mando jumps in, and they close the cage on him. And at this point, I'm a little bit of a claustrophobic person, and just seeing him like in the water, and they're like trying to ham him down back into the water, and like you hear him like gasp for air. I'm just like, oh my god, it's scary. And then a couple Mandalorians come in, and this is where Bo-Katan is introduced. If you don't know who Bo-Katan is, or if you know a little bit about her, I'll tell you. She's from the Clone Wars and from Rebels. Rebels is not my favorite, but anyways, she's from Clone Wars, and she was part of this sort of Mandalorian team called Death Watch. And they took back Mandalore, but apparently a whole war started, and she was in the final season of Clone Wars Season 7. And then she was seen in Rebels holding the Darksaber, and in this episode she's looking for it. Yeah. And so the Mandalorian meets her, and she takes off her helmet like she does in cartoon. And she's like, you're not real Mandalorians, because he's already met someone who takes off their helmet, and it turns out they were wearing Boba Fett's armor. They're like, oh no, you're just someone from like, you were raised by people who take like this, who take Mandalorian stuff way too seriously. You can take off your helmet. Basically, it's like, I'm not poking fun at any religions, but like I'm using an example. It's basically like people, like religious families who take their religion way too seriously. It's kind of like that. And it's like, no. Like they can have a girlfriend. This is basically like, yeah. You can take off your helmet. It's fine. But, so they team up to take down this Imperial transport that's holding a bunch of weapons so that they can use these weapons to take back Mandalore. And so right when they're about to take the ship, they talk to the commander. Bo-Katan does it, and she's like, where is it, and where's the Darksaber? Because she used to have the Darksaber last time we saw her in Rebels. But as we all know, the Darksaber is with Moff Gideon. So we all really want to know how he got the Darksaber from her. Anyways, so the reason... Oh, I forgot to mention, the reason why Mando is working with them is because Bo-Katan knows a Jedi who is Ahsoka Tano. And he's like, okay, now that I've helped you, who's this Jedi? And she says, go to Corvus something. I can't remember the name of the planet. And that's where you'll meet Ahsoka Tano. And, if you hear that name and you know who that is, you're immediately freaking out. If you don't, she was an original character from the Clone Wars and was Anakin's Padawan, and she's a really cool character. You'll like her. And so, Mandalorian gets his ship back from being repaired from Mount Calamarian, and it's horrible. It looks horrible. So he's like, "This is the best you can do." And so he just flies off. A little piece of the ship before he jumps into hyperspace falls off, and I was like thinking, is that something that's important? I was like, oh no, wait, it's just a piece of it's just a piece of his ship. So then he goes back to what's the planet called? Hang on, give me a sec. It'll come back to me. I'm just gonna keep going. So he goes back to the planet where basically the guild leader was. I can't remember his name. And where Cara Dune was. I can't remember her for some reason. And oh wait, no, Grief Karga. That's his name. Sorry, everyone. And he's just like, man, your ship looks like crap. I'll repair it for you, no charge. And that's a true friend. And so basically, it's another side quest mission. He's been set on these a lot, and it's like, dude, come on, just let him get to his thing. But it's a fun side quest. It's not just like, oh, it's actually fun because like, they go to like a secret Imperial base where they just want to blow it up. And then I can't remember the name of this place. What is? it'll come back to me in the last second, like after I upload this video. I'm gonna be like, if it does, I'll put it on the description for everyone. So anyways, they go to the secret Imperial base, and also I forgot to mention the guy from the pilot, like the blue guy, who says he was gonna be the first Star Wars character to take a crap, in the universe, was put in carbonite. He returns, and he's also working with Grief Karga, like as his accountant, and it's like, yeah, that's kind of cool. Like a character who comes back. I'm okay with that. Like, just also, like, I think he was only meant to be shown as like, oh yeah, this is like how the Mandalorian is, and this is what he's doing. But it's nice to see that character comes back, and he's not like, oh, you'll never see him again. And I'm fine with like not seeing the character again, but it's like, it's cool to like see a character like, just like a random character come back, and it's just like, oh, that's cool, that's nice. So they go to destroy the base, and to basically disable like the lava from like being leveled, they have to go on to a tractor beam, like a tractor beam thing to disable, and you'll get like, oh, this is like how Obi-Wan did it in New Hope, and yeah, that is how it is. That is how it went. So now they disable it, and then and then right when they're about to leave, they see these, I call them Camino doctors, because they have like the patch of Camino from Camino, and these like tanks, there are like these things in it, and they're probably, and they even say like a person with a higher M count, and I forgot, and also Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni mentioned that they would cover like the whole Palpatine like problem from the Rise of Skywalker in the Mandalorian, which I'm okay with. It's just that I'm like, can this be its own thing and not like answer the questions? Because at this point, I just don't want to acknowledge the sequel trilogy. Like, I think they're fine movies, just that like they were just so messed up. Like, they didn't know, like, what they were doing. So, anyways, inside the tube, you can clearly see, you can't see it very well, but you can kind of see the outline of Snoke. Like, with the scratch on his head and the weird-looking face. So that's kind of confirming that Snoke was either a clone or he was a test subject, and they just have a clone of his dead body. And they even say, we'll never find a volunteer with this higher M count. So this kind of shows that, like, Palpatine in Rise of Skywalker was either a clone. Alright, so they blow up the base, in an awesome way, and there's a dog chase between some clones on speeder bikes, and the way they do it is cool, because like when like some of them land on the ground, they like skid their foot to like get the right direction. That was kind of cool to like see that. And then right when they destroy them, more TIE fighters, and you're like, oh, they're just fleeing. No, they're like actually like going after them. I'm like, yes, it's continuing. This is awesome. And then so they destroy they destroy two of the TIE fighters, but right when they're about to get killed, Mando comes in with the Razor Crest all repaired and shoots them down, and it's awesome. It's a great episode, and I love it. And so Grief Karga says, how about I buy you a drink for your amazing triumph or something? It's like, no, I gotta go. I gotta, like, get this, like, child to, like, a Jedi and that stuff. So he's like, alright, see you again. See you later. Which we probably might in the season finale. So he flies off, and last scene is, they said that Moff Gideon would have a big ship. Freaking ship comes in like at the beginning of A New Hope, a giant Star Destroyer. Except this one's big. Moff Gideon's on it. He's examining some Death Troopers, not Death Troopers, but like Dark Troopers, who are basically advanced AI Stormtrooper robots, and they're really cool. And they said that one of the people who was working on the Mandalorian ship put a tracker on him, so now they can track him. I'm like, ooh, yay, we'll get to see Moff Gideon fight Ahsoka Tano. This will be fun. Yeah, and Late Moff Gideon says, "Great, now we'll be ready." And so, yeah, I can't wait for the next episode. And that's about it for today. I should just call this the Mando review, but I kind of wanted to like give you guys some news about like what's happening with like the DC movies and all that stuff. And also, I forgot to mention, I don't know if this is true or not, but the Flash on the CW, his season 7 will be the last season, which I'm sad about because I love Grant Gustin as the Flash, and I love that show, even though it's a drama series. I just love it. So that's all for today. And I mentioned that this would be an update for my channel. The trailer for The Streets has been finished. We are just doing some editing right now. The trailer will either be released this weekend or next week. I don't know, but guys, I just want to say this: you will love the trailer, and I hope you guys enjoy it. All right, bye, guys.